Greetings, everybody. I'm coming at you from a beautiful, snowy Pacific Northwest. I have been wanting snow for months, and it's finally here, and I am so happy. I feel like a little kid. After this, I'm gonna go get my boots on and my jacket, and I'm gonna go out and tromp around. Where I live is basically at sea level. I just live maybe like just the tiniest elevation up from sea level. I live right near an inlet of the Puget Sound. So I live, a long block away from the water, like 2 blocks. So I'm excited to go walk and see the world encased in snow. It only snows here once a year if we're lucky. If we're lucky, we'll get one really big, nice snow. It lasts a few days. The thing about living in an area that it rarely snows is that people don't know how to drive in it. And so I usually don't drive in the snow unless I absolutely have to. So yeah, this one's we have 4 days ahead of us, it says on the weather app. So maybe I'll be housebound for 4 days and just go out in the snow, walking around to the store and stuff. So anyway, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you listening today, and if you feel like subscribing or sharing or commenting or liking, okay, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I'm not going to mention that anymore. Okay, I'm over it. If you want to do what you want to, you do what you want to do, and I'm cool either way. How about that? I woke up with kind of a weird headache today. Yesterday was bright and clear. The sun was out basically all day. It was super clear, and then the clouds came rolling in for this snowstorm, and I think sometimes the barometer just presses down on my brain. So I'm kind of coming at you with a slight pre-migraine, feels like, but I just put essential oil of peppermint on the back of my neck and on my temples and on my third eye point, and I put it around my nose. So I'm breathing the smell of peppermint, and peppermint helps to open up the passages, the sinus passages, and the menthol in it does. I love essential oils. I use them daily and I appreciate them. The higher quality of essential oil, just as a little tip, the higher quality of oil that you can purchase, meaning ethically produced, organically produced, etc., like the energy of the farmer that goes into this oil, the more benefit these oils will have, the higher vibration they will have. Yeah, essential oils are a wonderful tool. There's, unless you don't like the smell of pure, potent plant material, you will. It gives you so much pleasure instantly just to smell a bottle of pure lavender oil. It's just like, I like to drop some oil drops in my bath when I bathe, and I have a diffuser. I don't use it very often because it's kind of labor intensive, but I do like to use it. My favorite essential oil is essential oil of rose, and a close second to that is true sandalwood. They're so amazing. Scents are little tools, little triggers, little ways to assist the body in raising its frequency. So natural scents are best. Synthetic scents, there are a few synthetic scents that I really like, and I use on occasion, just when I'm feeling fancy. One is Egyptian musk. Love that. Oh, it smells so good. What else? I don't know. I think that's probably the only real synthetic that I use. I'm kind of a purist on a lot of fronts as far as diet and cleaning products, stuff like that. body care products. I'm super stoked that this last year I really got into shea oil, shea butter. I use it for, I use it, okay, it's 0 on the comma genetic scale, however you say that. Which means that it completely allows the skin, there's no real barrier or clogging that happens when you use it. It comes in a butter, like super thick, and I use it on my hands and my feet. When I first started using it, I used it as a body oil after bathing, but I just use way too much of it. I love it though. It's so amazing. And I use it in my hair. My hair is super flyaway, gets really frizzy. And what I do is I just take some of that oil and rub it in my hands so it's all whoa. Whoa, it's getting really windy out. The snow's blowing everywhere. Anyway, I rub it in my hands and then just kind of rub it over my hair. Just lightly. If I put too much on, it gets weighed down and gets kind of oily looking. But yeah, it's really good for the hair. Even, I mean, as a gel or as a smoother, but also it nourishes the hair and the follicles, so you can massage it into your hair follicles. I love using essential oils for head massage also. And hair oil. I make a hair oil in the summertime out of avocado oil and almond oil and black cumin seed ground up and fenugreek. It's a Ayurvedic hair growth remedy. I haven't been using it very much lately. I want to start using it again. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. I never considered that I would be talking about body care today and stuff, but body care, taking care of the body, which is your temple, which is it's your vehicle for experiencing the world. It's super important. It's important. Self-care is really important, and taking care of the body is part of self-care. As I said before, using as natural, as pure a product as possible is good for the body. Our skin is an organ, It's an organ that it takes in, but it also lets out. It's kind of cool. The skin is actually truly amazing, but whatever you put on it or are near to, it goes into you. It goes into your body. It absorbs it. So the least amount of chemicals possible, and you'll be good to go. I was writing today in my journal and came up next to a subject that it's kind of like the mirror image of self-care, which is I guess it's a male and female issue. I think it was predominantly a female issue first, which is diet and exercise, and how diet and exercise can be a beautiful modality. Diet and exercise can be beautiful modalities for self-care, like honoring the vessel, honoring the vehicle, and giving it the best fuel possible to keep the engine running clean, and keeping the body strong and sleek and lean and mean and all that. But I think as far as our culture goes, Western culture specifically, it's turned into a kind of like I said, a mirror image of positive self-care, meaning, I'll just put it out there, meaning like keeping the body thin in order to be recognized as worthy. How about just like that? And diet and exercise can be used as an abuse to the body, because the program is that the body needs to be thin to be appealing. And I feel like many women in our world do much harm to the body in order to stay that way, in order to be pleasing. I think it's really important to focus now on eliminating old dark programming from the being, from the whole entire being, which is, I don't know if there's really a whole lot a person can do to deprogram. I mean, I think there's a lot that people can do, and I think there's many people who are coming out now with ways to do this, to eliminate this dark programming. I believe that when we set the intention and ask to be assisted with this, then the job is going to be sped up massively. And basically, all you have to do is allow it to take place. So ask for assistance in deprogramming the brain, and set the intention to allow it to be deprogrammed. I think this is the most potent way to let all those things go. The things that no longer serve us as humans, as galactic citizens, or part of a galactic culture. We need to let all of that go. And right now, in our time that we're in, I believe that the programmers are doing everything in their power to stop us from unplugging. And that means that we will be under an attack of sorts. They're going to be putting out as much effort as they possibly can to keep us under their thumb and dumbed down and tranced out. And again, I think the best way to do this protection is to ask for assistance in raising up the frequency of the body and the mind and the spirit. You can't really separate the whole entire system. You can't separate it into parts. It's all one glorious, miraculous system. Here comes a kitty. Come on. So setting the intention to keep the frequency high, like love high, like source high, like Christed energy high, that, come on, Bubba. There we go. That creates our aura. When all the chakras are spinning at the highest speeds and the most, the perfect speed of spinning, the spinach, then our aura becomes brighter and brighter and brighter. And when the aura is bright and full of love, then, only that sort of energy is really able to get through. I mean, it makes so much sense. Like attracts like. Like let's say my aura, let's say my chakras are spinning and putting out tons of beautiful Christed light and pure source energy, and my aura is like expanded out like friggin' 60 feet out from me, right? Like just let's say I'm shining bright, and let's say some kind of darker energy, like a lower frequency energy, wants to come and get at me, right? Like, hey, good luck. Good luck getting through that aura, right? Like, they're not getting through, and they're really gonna give up the second they catch wind of it, unless they're ready to come over to my side, to our side, to the side of the light. So anyway, that just occurred to me today that the higher vibe that we are allowing to come through, the less we're going to be under, well, we may be under attack, but the less they are going to get in. That's all I'm trying to say. And I think right now, especially, it's super important to do this, to keep shining bright, and to keep your system running clean. So that's it. That's my big thing for the day is shine bright. Keep up. Ask for help. Give yourself energy. Give yourself energy work. Put your hands over your heart and just feel that energy just coming through you from your hands. Our hands are miracles. I mean, I wish I had some kind of a camera that would show you how much energy is pouring out of my hand. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you food for the journey. We can do this. We have the technology. The light wins.